Marquette University has a new president. Dr. Kimo Ayun follows former President Mike Lovell, who suddenly died from cancer last year while on a trip to Italy. I spoke with President Ayun about his vision for the university and building on Lovell's beloved legacy.
Dr. Kimo Ayun.
Dr. Kimo Ayun takes the reins as Marquette's 25th president at a crossroads for the university. In November, the same week he was unanimously elected, the Faculty Senate issued a resolution of no confidence in the executive leadership team. Was that concerning?
Obviously concerning to me because I care about this campus. I care about our students. I care about the mission. Like all other institutions, it's a difficult time in higher education. We know that there are fewer students going to college. We know that inflation continues to hit us. We know that in order to provide access, we need to control our tuition as much as possible.
What do you tell high school aspiring college students who look at the cost of tuition and say, this is just, it's not affordable for me?
Yeah, well, what we tell them is hopefully we can find a pathway. We give out millions and millions of dollars in scholarships. And so what I tell people, those students, is apply, see what package that you get, and that you can make the decision. So even though we're in a time where, like all universities, you have to make difficult decisions, we have a lot of momentum, and that's what I want people to see, is that momentum is allowing us to move forward.
Ayun is also facing challenges similar to other leaders in higher education as they navigate new directives from a new federal government.
We believe that diversity is something that makes us stronger. It makes Milwaukee stronger, it makes Marquette stronger, it helps our students' experience to be better. So we will continue to do those things that within our mission.
You're making history as the first person of color to lead the university. What do you make of that?
I'm just fortunate to be in this position. I talk to a lot of students, and I think when they see a person of color running the university, helping to be part of that, that's important to them.
You talked about working with President Lovell. He's such a beloved figure in Milwaukee and really the state of Wisconsin. What parts of his legacy are you planning on building upon?
So being able to start a program and bring in students that will be Lovell scholars. And so next year we're going to have 3 or 4, and every year after that we're going to add 4 new students, getting up to 16. So when I think about building upon his legacy, it's about thinking about the future, thinking about excellence, thinking about faith, and thinking about how we do that at Marquette.
Right now, President Ayun is in Washington meeting with other Catholic school leaders on Capitol Hill. You can hear more of my conversation with President Ayun about how he plans to work with the new Trump administration and some of their directives on the 12 News app. And be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 9 right here on WISN 12 for Upfront.